Have you ever wanted something so badly that you do anything to get it? But what happens when getting what you want becomes your biggest problem? Today, we re-diving into a classic tale that might just make you rethink that I want it all attitude. It's a story about a tiny creature with a huge appetite and the big lesson he learned a little too late. So, grab your popcorn or maybe just a small snack, and let's get into the story of the greedy mouse. Once upon a time, nestled inside a cozy little farmhouse, lived a mouse. But this wasn't just any mouse. This was a particularly greedy mouse. He was always on the lookout for his next big meal, dreaming of mountains of cheese and rivers of milk. One fateful evening, as the farmer snored soundly in his bed, the mouse's twitching nose caught the most wonderful scent in the world. Corn! His eyes widened as he saw it. A huge basket filled to the brim with golden, delicious corn kernels. It was a treasure trove. I have to have it all, he squeaked to himself. His mind was made up. He wasn't just going to take a little. He wanted the entire basket for himself. So he set to work. Nibble, nibble, gnaw, gnaw. He chewed a tiny hole in the side of the wicker basket, just big enough for a skinny little mouse to squeeze through. With a final wiggle, he was in. Inside, it was paradise, corn kernels everywhere. He didn't waste a second. He gobbled and munched, ate and chomped, until his tiny stomach wasn't so tiny anymore. He ate and ate, feeling happier and fuller with every single bite. Soon he was so stuffed he could barely move. He lay back on a pile of corn, patting his round, tight belly with a sigh of pure satisfaction. He had done it. He had eaten his fill and then some. After a while, with his belly aching from being so full, the mouse thought, "All right, time to go home and sleep this off." He waddled back over to the small hole he had made. He tried to squeeze through, but something was wrong. He pushed and squirmed, but he couldn't get out. His belly, now round and fat from all the corn, was stuck. No matter how hard he tried, he was trapped. The very hole that had been his entrance was now a barrier to his freedom. Panic began to set in. He was stuck. He started to cry, his tiny sobs echoing inside the basket. Just then, a rabbit with long, floppy ears happened to be hopping past the farmhouse. He heard the faint sound of crying, and his curiosity got the better of him. He followed the sound and peeked into the room, spotting the basket of corn. He hopped closer and asked in a gentle voice, "Hello in there? Is someone crying? What's the matter?" From inside the basket, a squeaky, miserable voice replied, "It's me. I'm trapped." The mouse explained his predicament. "I chewed a hole to get into this wonderful pile of corn to eat. And I ate so much, but now my belly is too big, and I can't get out through the same hole." The rabbit peered at the round shadow inside the basket and couldn't help but chuckle. "Well, isn't that a pickle?" he said. "It seems your problem is quite simple. You ate too much. Your greed has trapped you." The mouse sniffled, waiting for a helpful suggestion. The rabbit continued, "There's only one thing to do. You must wait until your belly shrinks back to its normal size. Then you'll be able to slip out. I'll come back later to check on you." And with another laugh, the rabbit hopped away, leaving the mouse alone with his very full belly and his very big problem. The poor mouse had no choice. Exhausted from eating and crying, he eventually fell asleep right there in the basket, surrounded by the cause of his trouble. He slept through the rest of the night. When he woke up the next morning, the first thing he noticed was that his belly felt different. It had shrunk. He wasn't nearly as bloated as before. He could wiggle and move around again. He remembered the rabbit's words and scrambled over to the hole. He was about to try and squeeze through, but then he stopped. He looked at all the delicious corn still surrounding him. The golden kernels seemed to sparkle in the morning light. Just one more bite couldn't hurt, he thought to himself. I'm already here, after all. It would be a waste not to. His greed, which had quieted down overnight, woke up with a vengeance. He completely forgot about his desperate need to escape. The memory of being trapped faded away, replaced by the immediate desire for more food. So he started eating again. He munched and crunched, telling himself he'd just have a little breakfast. But a little turned into a lot. Soon his belly was just as big and round as it had been the night before. He was stuffed, once again unable to move comfortably. It was only after he had eaten his second feast that the mouse remembered. Oh right, I need to get out. He waddled back to the hole, full of corn and regret. Of course he was still too big. He was trapped again. And this time, it felt even more foolish. What have I done? He squeaked in despair. He started to panic, his mind racing. Okay, think. There must be a way out. I'll just wait. Yes, that's it. I'll wait until tomorrow. My belly will shrink again, and then I'll leave for sure. Tomorrow I will be free. He tried to comfort himself with this plan, feeling a little bit clever for figuring it out. But the mouse wasn't the only creature in the farmhouse that morning. A sleek, silent cat was on its morning patrol. Its sharp ears twitched, and its sensitive nose picked up a scent. Mouse. And it was very, very close. The cat followed the smell, its paws making no sound on the wooden floor. The scent led it directly to the big basket of corn. The cat sniffed around the base, its tail twitching with excitement. It could smell the mouse clearly, trapped inside. The cat was much bigger and stronger than the mouse. It didn't need to bother with a tiny hole. With a soft leap, it landed on top of the basket and used its paw to easily flip open the lid. The mouse looked up, frozen in terror. His big full belly meant he couldn't run, he couldn't hide, and he certainly couldn't fight. His plan to escape tomorrow was never going to happen. The cat looked down at the plump, helpless mouse and, well, you can probably guess what happened next. The cat had its breakfast. And that's the end of the story of the greedy mouse. It's a simple tale, but the moral is a powerful one. Greed is a trap. The mouse's desire for more, even when he already had enough to be full, led to his downfall. He had a chance to escape, but his inability to control his appetite sealed his fate. Now this story gets me thinking, and I want to know what you think. Here are a few questions for you to ponder. First, do you think the rabbit was right to just laugh and leave, or should it have tried to help the mouse in some other way? Second, at what point do you think the mouse made his biggest mistake? Was it chewing the hole in the first place, or was it when he decided to eat again the next morning? And finally, if you were the mouse and you woke up that second morning with a shrunken belly, what would you have done differently? Let me know your answers and your thoughts on this story in the comments below. I'm really curious to see what you all come up with. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.